So I've been seeing a lot of this conversation of man versus bear and what women would choose to be alone with. And I've been also seeing, the majority of the people commentating on this conversation. And I've kind of been watching and abstaining. And then the White Woman Whisperer, who is a Black creator on the app, came and brought the discussion forward where it should be, which is, that is not an intersectional question. And it fully excludes. She brought up the Black woman aspect, but I, as a racialized woman myself, if I walk into a room and it's white man versus white woman, I'm more likely to trust a white man in many, many cases, especially if the white woman is neurotypical. And we have a radar for that, us autistic people. We have a radar for other neurodivergent, and we have a radar for other people who are neurotypical. Why? It's probably a survival mechanism. Anyway, all this to say, there's no better example than to witness the weaponization of white womanhood in all mass atrocities in the world. And then to go and have the conversation of man versus bear, but in the context of solely the white woman's experience. Because let me show you an example. This is Sarah Gemma, a Black woman wearing the coffee in the Ontario Parliament, obviously being told to leave, because we can't have people wearing the coffee. It is too political in the Ontario government, parliament. Our politicians aren't allowed to be political, apparently. And y'all know I brought attention to this going on in Ontario a few days ago. This motion was pushed primarily by someone named Robin Martin. And if you look on their neck in this image that I've taken of Boots on the Ground's video, she's wearing "is not real" dog tags on her neck, very openly, in solidarity with the IOF. Now, as much of the caucasity that I've witnessed from many male players in this situation, I've seen 10 times worse by the females. I.e. that thing that was just wearing the dog tags. But we can't wear things that are political in that room. Right. And on the other end of the spectrum in the United States, you have Clinton and Malala joining forces to create a Broadway play. Malala, the greatest bootlicker that ever was. The bootlicker groomed from childhood by the Clintons. So yeah, bears are dangerous. More dangerous are white men. But the most dangerous are white women. I have a friend recently who's been doxxed. Sorry, motherhood called. But I have a friend recently who is a activist feminist. She's what you call a racially ambiguous, neurodivergent feminist creator. Racialized nonetheless, like myself. Doxxed by a woman because she dared to call out the bad behaviors of a man. And so even within the feminist movement, we know it's not intersectional. It excludes racialized women, and it excludes disabled women or women with disabilities, however you view yourself, as well as non-binary and trans women in many cases. Anyway, Sabah Zift, everybody. And I'm Mo Davis, the Tribal Outsider. And as always, I invite you to sit with me in this discomfort. And if you are a woman and would like to have that discussion, I invite you to go into my description and see my friend who I've tagged, KDB. They made an incredible video addressing this exact point as a white femme-presenting individual. If you want to have that conversation, don't have it with me. I'm not interested. Because we've heard it all before. Y'all calling out men for not being accountable, for behaving worse than bears, because they don't want to be called abusive, is only a drop in a bucket when you refuse to be called racist for your bad behavior. Let's all have a day.